For any career goal, get your start at Shemakina.
Basketball game between the visiting Sprague Olympians and the North Salem Vikings. Starting lineups for this evening's game. First for the visiting Olympians, number 20, 6'4" senior, Leon Cook. Number 21, 6'3" senior, Josh Greenfield. Number 23, 6'5" junior, Brad Gilmore. Number 24, 6'3" sophomore, Aaron Haskell. And number 30, a 6'5" senior, Jim Knight. The Olympians are coached by Steve Master. North Salem Vikings. Number 5'9" freshman, Chris Shepard. Number 20, 6'1" freshman, Elliot Alexander. Number 42, 6'2" junior, Ty Yoder. Number 50, 6'9" junior, Ross Gerard. And number 52, a 6'9" senior, Jason Hubbard. The Vikings are coached by Chuck Robinson. Official scorer this evening, our official timer, Jerry Billiatini. Officials tonight, Chuck Peterson and Steve Warren. Ladies and gentlemen, will you please stand for our national anthem as sung by Audrey Luna.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so calmly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. On the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Very nice job on the national anthem by Audrey Luna, North Salem High School student. Glad you could join us on Capital Community Television. John Piper and Harv Shabothi. Harv, the crowd is starting to pour in here. It's very cold outside. This is a great place to be on a Friday night.
Oh, absolutely. Big game tonight for Sprague. They're right in the hunt in the playoffs, as we talked about at the outset of the show, but they are playing without their big scorer.
Jason Humbert, the transfer student for North Salem, will be jumping for North. Traveling the call. First turnover of the night. North Salem will gain possession. A couple of freshmen, Harv, as you mentioned, are starting for North Salem tonight.
Yeah, Chris Shepard at the point guard, and Elliot Alexander is playing the other guard. So two freshmen at the guards.
North Salem in the white uniforms, Sprague in the orange. Sprague won the first meeting between these two teams in December.
It was a close one, though, John. It was 51-54. That was the beginning of the losing streak, as it turns out. North Salem has not won since that ball game.
Foul was on Fillmore. Another turnover. Adam Maston running the show for the Sprague Olympians, coming over with his dad, Steve Maston, from McKay High School. Kind of nice when you can bring a player of that caliber with you.
Yeah, especially when you only had one returning player. In essence, he created 2 returning players, or returning starters.
Rebound on the missed shot by Gerard. And there is a major collision, but no call. We could be in for a rough night tonight, Harv, if they're going to let that kind of stuff go.
Looks like they're going to let him play, John. Interesting ball game. It pits the best defense in the league against the worst, at least statistically.
5-second call goes against North Salem. Both teams are, I guess you'd say, struggling right now.
Well, Sprague's coach Maston loves to play more of a controlled, slow-down ball game.
Nice pass inside. Basket by B.R. Cook.
B.R. 3-sport athlete.
Nice pass off, and the basket by Ross Gerard. The assist from Elliot Alexander.
Ross, a 6'9" junior.
Not very often you see a team with 2 6'9" players on the floor at one time. Ball is tipped away. The foul will go against Alexander.
Elliot Alexander is first personal, first team.
Maston for 3, off the iron. Rebound chased down by number 42, Ty Yoder.
Ty's brother Jess from last year.
Another turnover. A foul on the shot. That will send number 23, Brad Fillmore, to the line. The foul was on Humbert. But North Salem's just going to have to do a better job passing the basketball.
Yeah, so far they have not taken care of it well. Fillmore, the tallest Ole.
Fillmore averaging 7.7 points per game. Gets 2 free throws, and the Sprague Olympians with a 2-point lead. 5 minutes, 36 seconds to go in the first quarter. You're watching the Game of the Week on Capital Community Television in Salem. Mills off the glass. Correction, it goes by Ross Gerard.
4 points now from Ross. They seem to be going inside to him tonight a little bit more than we might have thought.
North Salem with the zone defense.
Could be over and back, John.
The Olympians throw it away, and both these teams having their problems early on. We're tied at 4 minutes, 46 seconds to go.
North Salem's had that problem all year, John. They've been a slow starting ball team, and fortunately for them tonight, Sprague's not off to a quick start either. There's one other father-son combination we probably should mention tonight. The assistant coach for North, of course, is Pete Shepard.
Stolen by Adam Maston. Maston tries to get it over to number 21, Kuhnfield. Ball goes out of bounds. That was a tough pass to make.
Really was.
Ball was tipped, so North Salem will get it back.
We mentioned at the outset we've got North starting tonight without B.J. Lewis.
Inside to Gerard, off the window, too strong this time, almost gets the rebound. Alexander comes up with it. Mills, I'm having a hard time with that. His
Gerard.
name is Ross Gerard Mills, but he goes by Ross Gerard, so my apologies. Fillmore with the basket. Humbert is called for traveling.
Humbert off to a real slow start tonight. He's the second leading scorer in this league, John.
Humbert has been averaging just over 18 points a game. Sprague finally gets the basket. Cook with the two-pointer and a 4-point lead for Sprague, and a player control foul goes against North Salem. Yoder is called for the foul. Already the third team foul for North Salem.
North is starting slow again. This has been a pattern almost all season long. They keep digging a hole for themselves early and then try to claw themselves back in.
Traveling goes against Sprague. Kuhnfield is called for the violation.
Just not a well-played game so far, John. North may need to get BJ into the ball game if he can go on that ankle. BJ is their outside threat. And so far they've been trying to pound the ball inside. The inside game opens up if you can get your outside shooters to put the ball down.
Foul was called on D.R. Cook. That's his first. Ross Gerard right at the rim. The pass from Humbert.
Ross has all 6 of the Viking points.
A 2-point lead for Sprague. 2 minutes, 36 seconds to go, first period. Maston.
Pretty move.
Adam Maston managed to get all the way to the basket. Nice finger roll off the glass. 4-point lead for Sprague. Into Humbert. Comes up short, gets his own rebound, puts it back in.
And Jason's on the board for the first time tonight.
Ball knocked out of bounds by Yoder. Sprague coach Steve Maston coming over to Sprague from McKay High School, where he had a very successful tenure. We've seen a couple of players go hard to the floor tonight.
Nice somersault by Chris Shepard.
Sprague Olympians are going to hang on to the basketball and make North Salem come out and guard them.
Trying to get North out of their zone.
North Salem will have to come out, play man-to-man.
See, on the man-to-man with the point guard position between Shepard and Matson, there's just really quite a height difference. In fact, they tried to spring Matson underneath that time.
Stolen by Yoder. Yoder with the jammer. That ought to get the North Salem Vikings going.
And it has. We got a tie ball game here. And there are other freshmen coming in. We said we could see 3 freshmen on the floor at the same time.
A nice move to the basket. Number 21, Coonfield.
Nice pass from B.R. Cook.
Well, BR's had some experience passing the ball.
That's true, he has.
Inside to Humbert. Humbert with a nice touch on the short jumper. Three-pointer is good. At the buzzer, B.R. Cook with a 3-point shot as time expired in the first quarter. Our score after one, Sprague 15, North Salem 12. And it has been a very exciting race in the Valley League this year with, as you mentioned, Harv, 5 teams in contention there for those 4 playoff spots. Let's take a look at our Valley League standings. Crescent Valley on top with a 9-2 record, followed by Sprague, West Albany, McNary, and South Salem, all 8-3. McKay at 5-6, Corvallis 4-7, North Salem and Lebanon at 2-9, and South Albany with 1 victory, and that came at the expense of the North Salem Vikings.
Yeah, just the other night, South Albany shot very well that game, well over 50% for the ball game.
We mentioned the first time these 2 teams played in December, it was Sprague coming from behind to win the ball game 54-51. Humbert had 32 points in that ball game, but it wasn't enough for North Salem.
That is his career high. That's why it's kind of interesting tonight. He's only got 4 to start. But they've gone to their other twin tower.
Ross Gerard has picked up 6 points.
Yeah.
And Ty Yoder, the other 2 with the jam. Another turnover, North Salem.
Lazy pass by Ty Yoder.
Maston handling the basketball for Sprague. Throws it off Chris Shepard.
We've got some substitutions in, John. Brett Everett, the other freshman, is in for North. Rodney Alexander has replaced his brother, Elliott.
And here comes B.J. Lewis, who had an ankle problem.
Yeah, B.J. is second in the league in 3-point shooting. And off guard, just an excellent shooting touch.
Almost a steal. Sprague manages to get it back. Neither team is going to win any awards for passing efficiency tonight.
Well, that's not a bad one, but didn't connect. Jake Garlock.
That's what they call a good idea, Harv. But
That's right.
You have to
That's
execute.
right. You have to execute. Jake Garlock is in for Sprague. Also number 14's in for the first time, Aaron Bliss.
Lewis off the iron, rebound by Shepard. Shepard tries to get it inside to Humbert, and those passes are just very difficult to get inside the way Sprague's playing defense.
Sprague is collapsing, and they're trying to throw that soft lob pass, and
stolen by Maston. Sprague with a 3-point lead, 6 minutes, 26 seconds to go. B.R. Cook, too strong, gets his own rebound, puts it back up, he's fouled. B.R. Cook attacking the basket.
you know, he's really stepped up his game after the injury to Lysinger. He was the team's leading scorer, but with about 10 points. But he's been scoring more in the 20s since Lysinger went down.
Two shots for BR. He'll have one more opportunity. Averaging 10.5 points per game for the Sprague Olympians.
Yeah, he's got 8 already.
Almost a steal for Garlock, but when he fell down, he's called for traveling. A 4-point lead for the Olympians. 6 minutes, 6 seconds to go in the first half. John Piper along with Harv Shibothi on Capital Community Television. Another turnover. The Olympians with a little bit of overpassing. Miss out on a golden opportunity. Strong drive and a basket.
That's
number 34, Brett Everett.
He's a fine-looking freshman.
Right back the other way come the Sprague Olympians with Maston leading the fast break, getting it to Fillmore, and Fillmore was fouled. But you mentioned Brett Everett. He is a fine-looking freshman. He's 6'5" already.
He is. Yeah, people worry about the loss of Humbert, but at 6'5" and still growing, Everett will be there soon.
Foul was on Ross Gerard. One shot. Comes up short. North Salem with the rebound. Ty Yoder. Strong move, won't go for the Vikings. Lewis chases down the loose ball. Inside to Gerard, turnaround. Can't get it. Everett with the rebound over to Gerard, misses the easy shot. And Maston comes up with a rebound. A beautiful play, the basket by Fillmore, and I didn't catch who made the assist there, Harv.
Well, Maston had one, and I didn't see the second, or didn't catch a number on the second.
Almost another steal for the Olympians. North Salem is going to have to take better care of the basketball.
Really done a terrible job of that so far, John.
Their passes have been not what you'd call crisp. There's another one right there. Maston comes up with it, takes it to the basket. He's fouled. He will have 2 shots.
Foul on Brett Everett.
The receivers have got to come to the basketball as well.
That's true. But the passes are just too soft. There's no crispness to them, John. They're all attempts at lob passes, and Sprague's anticipating. Sprague is a very good defensive team. We mentioned at the outset, points per game, they're only giving up 48.9. I think the only team in the league that's holding their opponents under 50.
At the line is Adam Maston. Maston averaging almost 9 points a game. Usually a very good free throw shooter. That one was well off the mark.
Adam's looking for his first point tonight. He's got it.
Maston with 1 for 2 makes our score with 4 minutes and 30 seconds to go. The Sprague Olympians 21, the North Salem Vikings 14. The Vikings need to get something going, and it has to start with passing the basketball.
Yeah, they keep shooting themselves in the foot.
Inside to Gerard, a foul before the shot will go against Fillmore.
That's the second foul on Brad, and they can't afford to lose him. We mentioned he's their tallest player at 6'6", giving up 3 inches, but if he goes, they give up even more.
Lewis for 3, in and out. Rebound by Everett.
Yeah, we mentioned BJ's the second in the league in 3-pointers.
A nice play. Everett to number 20, Elliot Alexander, cutting to the basket.
The 2 freshmen combined. Elliot Alexander's third in the league in 3-point shooting.
The Olympians unable to connect. Fillmore missing the shot. 3-point attempt is off the mark. Taken away. Lewis with the basketball. A strong move to the basket by Rodney Alexander, but he was fouled. The Vikings are really working hard on those offensive boards.
Well, it's keeping them in the ball game. It's making up a bit for their passing deficiencies.
Back into the ball game, number 20 is B.R. Cook for Sprague. Alexander, a sophomore. Gets the first free throw. He'll have one more. Maston comes back into the game, replacing Kuhnfield. Rebounded by Jim Mountain for Sprague. Maston called for traveling. The North Salem Vikings have gotten to within 4, trailing 21-17, 2 minutes 43 seconds to go. A steal for the Sprague Olympians. They can't finish. Aaron Bliss misses the lay-in. But once again, it's North Salem's passing causing the problem.
They seem to have this attitude, John, that because they're taller than the other team, that they can simply toss these nice soft passes up in the air. That was much better.
Ross Gerard. Gerard is having a great ball game tonight.
8 points.
Count the basket. Aaron Bliss with the drive. He's fouled. He'll go to the line.
Chance for a 3-point play for Aaron Bliss. Brad Fillmore's back in, John, playing with 2 fouls.
For the most part, our referees have been letting them play, so nobody really in too much foul trouble.
No, Fillmore's would be the one concern right now for Coach Maston.
Bliss with one shot. Full court pressure by the Sprague Olympians. Chris Shepard brings the ball up court for the Vikings. Loses the ball, but I think they're going to call a foul against Mountain.
Jim Mountain, his second personal.
2 fouls on Jim Mountain. That will send, let's see, it won't send anybody to the free throw line.
No, that's still 5 fouls.
Three-pointer is off the mark. What a basket by Brett Everett. Everett, a nice-looking ball player, Harv.
Yeah, I really like him. He's a great baseball pitcher too, John. He's a good all-around athlete.
Inside a minute to go. North Salem trailing by 3. Jumper by number 23, Fillmore. The assist from Aaron Bliss. Bliss is having a fine ball game too.
He is, as is Fillmore. Fillmore has 10 points now.
Knocked away by Fillmore. The Olympians collapsing on Ross Girard. Surprisingly, Hubbard hasn't been in the ball game very much. Open shot for Mountain. He cans it. The Sprague Olympians leading the North Salem Vikings at halftime. Our halftime score: Sprague 28, North Salem 21, and once again the Sprague Olympians find a way to score in the last few seconds of the period.
Yeah, they scored at the end of both periods, and to be honest, most of the margin in this ball game comes down to those shots.
We're going to be watching the North Salem Rally squad for a few minutes here. They're going to be competing at the state rally competition, which is either this weekend or next.
Moore, the leading scorer with 10 points for Sprague. Also with 8 points, there's Sprague is B.R. Cook. They're the two big scorers there. 4 other players have scored from 1 to 3 points apiece. On the North Salem side, Ross Girard, the big scorer with 8 points, 4 apiece for Jason Humbert and Brett Everett. The big news, I suppose, for North Salem is Jason Humbert, who's been averaging 18 points a game, only 4. B.J. Lewis, nursing that ankle injury, has been scoring 12 points a game. He has yet to score tonight. And John, welcome back to the booth.
It's always fun to talk with the volunteers who make all these games possible. And if you're interested in volunteering, call CCTV 588-2288 to learn how to make television. The Sprague Olympians with the first possession, unable to convert. They had a good look at the basket again.
They did. BR was right there.
Strong move again by Everett, but unable to finish this time. Maston with the basketball brings it up court for the Olympians in the orange uniforms. Sprague with a 7-point lead. Managed to score at the end of the first quarter and the end of the first half. A nice break to the basket. The turnaround a little bit too strong. That was Aaron Bliss again, and Coach Maston, pleased with what he saw of Bliss in the first half, has started him in the second half.
And likewise, Brett Everett starting for North.
The Sprague Olympians miss the easy lay-in. Maston is right there to put it back in. Mountain unable to make the score off the breakaway. Everett is called for traveling.
Never had control of it.
Here comes number 52, Jason Humbert, who only played a small portion of the first half.
Yeah, very surprising, only 4 points, a very dominant score. Before the ball game, Coach Robinson didn't mention anything about any injuries there.
The Vikings now have Humbert and Gerard, their two 6'9" players, on the floor. The Olympians turn it over.
Bliss turned that one over.
Bliss thought B.R. Cook was going to cut to the basket. Would have been a great play.
Yeah. One of those would-have-bees. BJ strong to the hoop.
Strong drive by B.J. Lewis, who did not start the game tonight because of an ankle problem, but he looked pretty good on that one. Amazing what a little adrenaline does for you.
That is true. That's the first 2 points for BJ.
Of course, you feel it the next day, but B.R. Cook, strong drive and a strong finish. Knocked out of bounds by Maston. North Salem will retain possession. 5 minutes, 12 seconds to go, third period. The Sprague Olympians up by 9.
Freshman point guard running the show, Chris Shepard.
Inside to Gerard, in and out of the basket. Rebound by B.R. Cook, loses the ball. Maston comes up with it. Maston is fouled by Ty Yoder. That's a case where Yoder really should have just backed off.
Second foul for Ty.
Viking coach Chuck Robinson not too excited about that call.
Yeah, talked to the referee at length about it.
Yoder is called for a blocking foul.
Well, all of a sudden, North has really stepped up their defense. They're getting real aggressive, but they're paying the price with the foul calls.
Third personal, second team foul.
Almost a steal by Humbert. The Sprague Olympians very patient. There's a nice pass into Maston, loses the ball, but Bliss gets it. Bliss takes it to the basket.
Charge on Bliss.
But he'll pick up the foul. Will they count that basket? Doesn't look like it.
Doesn't look like it.
Chris Shepard had the position. Vikings again struggling with their passing. They're trying to get it down low to their big guys. They're just not delivering the pass.
A lot of orange bodies inside collapsing around their big men.
Lewis got up in the air, had to pass it off. Got it to Gerard. Gerard was fouled. He'll go to the line. The foul is on number 21, Josh Kuhnfield.
First foul on Josh tonight.
Ross Girard has been keeping the Vikings in tonight's ball game.
9 points for Ross.
Girard with 2 free throws, a 7-point Sprague lead. Full court pressure by the Vikings, and they really have picked up their defensive intensity in this half. Turnover by the Olympians. Looked like one of those passes in the Super Bowl. Lewis for 3 off the iron.
3-on-1.
The Olies can't finish, but there's Maston. Gets his own miss, puts it back in. Nice pass to Girard. He traveled.
Should have just taken it straight up the first time he touched it. But North Salem trying to pick up the pace of this game, John.
Elliot Alexander, number 20, back in for the Vikings, and in for Sprague is number 10, Jake Garlock. This has been a hard-fought ball game all the way.
Once again, we got the press.
B.R. Cook with the basket, the assist from Jake Garlock. An 11-point lead for Sprague, and North Salem has got to put some points on the board.
And their 2 big scorers just aren't producing tonight so far. Here's a chance.
Humbert misses the shot, gets his own rebound. He is fouled. Humbert is really struggling.
Only 4 points tonight from Humbert. 2 for Lewis. That's 6 points from 2 guys that together have been averaging about 30 points a game.
Jason Humbert transferred from a small 2A school to North Salem into the 4A ranks. The Vikings need to cash in these free throws. They've struggled from the floor. They can't afford to let Sprague get too far ahead.
No, they can't, because Sprague will definitely take the air out of the basketball.
Humbert with 1 for 2. Sprague, a very deliberate team. And when you're up by 10, why not? B.R. Cook right at the basket, can't get it to go. Rebounded by Fillmore. Cook will try it again. Yes. B.R. Cook has been the man for the Sprague Olympians tonight.
He certainly has. He's at 14 points. This is the kind of play he's produced for the Olies ever since licensure's gone down.
Cook had his career high last week against West Albany, 29 points. He'll have 1 free throw. Big rebound by Kuhnfield, but then it was blocked by Humbert as Kuhnfield tried to put it back in the basket. Stolen by Garlock.
Just can't pass the ball like that, John.
Or dribble it that way. Maston comes up with a steal. He's fouled. The Vikings could really use a timeout right about now. Shepard with the foul into the ball game for North is number 34, Brett Everett. Replacing Ross Girard. But as you say, Harv, the Sprague Olympians will take the air out of the basketball once they get a comfortable lead.
Yeah, style-wise, they become very much like McNary.
Shot off the mark by Kuhnfield. North Salem, B.J. Lewis with the basketball. Inside to Humbert. He's fouled.
Kuhnfield, I believe. No, it was Fillmore.
Fillmore with the foul. That's his third foul. Into the ball game for Sprague. Mountain comes back. And Doug Clough with, I believe, his first action.
First time tonight.
Lewis to the basket. He's fouled. B.J. Lewis is trying to take the game in his hands.
He's the one returning starter from last year. Only a junior.
Mountain picks up his third personal. Coach Steve Maston will bring in Aaron Bliss.
Aaron made a nice contribution, as you talked about, John, in that first half.
Lewis with one more free throw. Averaging just over 12 points per game.
And only 4 tonight. He has 4 and Humbert only 5.
Another turnover by Sprague. And the Vikings turn it right back. Vikings press has been successful against Sprague, but then they get the basketball, throw it away.
That seems to be the one thing they have done real consistently tonight.
B.R. Cook. Cook with the turnaround, and he is on fire.
16 now for BR.
Three-point attempt off the iron by Alexander.
North Salem coaches don't look too happy, John.
Can the Olympians score with the clock running down?
Almost got a three-point play.
Shepard called for the foul. Maston will go to the line, and once again it looks like the Sprague Olympians are going to come up with some points as the clock expires. Maston, only a sophomore, started, or rather played for the varsity at McKay as a freshman.
Yeah, he was kind of the sixth player. Say it's off Everett.
The Sprague Olympians will have one more chance to put some more points on the board. 2 seconds to go. Maston will inbound. Blocked by Humbert. Our score after 3 quarters. The Sprague Olympians 43, the North Salem Vikings 28. Things have just gone from bad to worse for the North Salem Vikings.
Yeah, they have, John, and unfortunately, since the outset of this ball game, they just have not passed the ball well, and that has hurt their offense tremendously. Also on offense, as we've said several times, their two big guns have not gotten off. You know, when you expect 30 points a ball game from two players, and they produce 9 for you, you're in big trouble.
Coach Chuck Robinson mentioned before the ball game that B.J. Lewis had sprained an ankle, did not practice, and that may be part of the problem there.
Yeah.
But really the problem is getting the ball into the players who can get in scoring position. The passing has just been terribly sloppy by the North Salem Vikings.
Turnover after turnover, and I don't have a turnover count, John, but it's kind of like when they do come up with a decent play on a defensive end, which isn't often enough, it seems like they turn it right back over the other way.
The other factor in the ball game has been the play of B.R. Cook for Sprague.
B.R. has stepped up. He really has, and he has ever since that Matt Leisinger got hurt.
Jumper by Lewis, way off the mark. Everett with the rebound, gets it over to Lewis. Lewis with a nice pass to Humbert, but he took too many steps. Oh my.
Oh, pretty play. One too many steps to get to the hoop. I expect to see Sprague become very patient. Bad pass to get away with it.
The North Salem Vikings didn't see the errant pass. And Sprague is going to take some time off the clock. They're up by 15, 7 minutes, 3 seconds to go.
Where's our instant replay, John?
The blocking foul is going to go against Humbert. B.R. Cook was heading for the basket like he was heading for a touchdown. Lowered his shoulder, and Mr. Humbert didn't stand up very well.
No, he didn't, but I thought Mr. Humbert had the position. Officials disagree with me, though. And they were closer to the play.
Foul on Humbert. And this has been a disappointing night for Jason Humbert.
Very much so, John. 4 fouls now on Humbert.
Already the 7th team foul. That will send number 15, Doug Clough, to the line for Sprague.
First point for Doug. Lots of cheers from the Sprague sidelines.
Clough with 2 free throws.
He's either very, very popular, John, or he doesn't score too many. I don't know. The fans are on their feet on both of those.
Everett with a strong move, count the basket. He's fouled. Once again, it was B.J. Lewis who made the assist.
Now that was a pretty play. Well, they'll have those 2 boys back next year.
Fillmore back into the ball game for the Olympians. And Doug Clough, who got the round of applause for sinking the free throws, is back on the bench.
But he got a nice hand from the Ole crowd.
Bliss to Cook. BR with the finger roll and the basket.
Cook 18 points.
Stolen by Bliss. And Bliss is hammered by B.J. Lewis. Aaron Bliss has done a fine job for the Olympians tonight off the bench.
Yeah, he's played a very strong ball game.
Bliss will have an opportunity for a 1-and-1.
Yeah, he hasn't scored a whole bunch of points, John, but just an awful lot of hustle.
We have a number 12 into the ball game. We don't have a number 12 on our roster, so we'll just call him number 12.
Could be Martin Reed, John, up from the JV team. I watched the JV game earlier tonight, and I believe Martin played in that.
In for the Vikings, number 30 is Jeremy Stevenson.
That, by the way, Martin makes the 4th freshman playing tonight for North.
A nice job by Aaron Bliss at the free throw line. Jim Mountain, number 40, comes back in for Sprague. Bliss will sit down. Two Vikings fight for the ball. A turnover is the result.
Over and back as Ty Yoder stepped into the backcourt.
Five minutes, 52 seconds to go. Sprague with an 18-point lead. Cook misses the shot, rebounded by Garlock. Back out to Maston. They'll run some more clock. Cook under the basket, misses again.
That was a high percentage play, though. He can't criticize Sprague for taking that one.
Everett has to send it back out. He sends it right to Maston.
Ole's taking their time now, John.
Maston puts up the shot, comes out, almost gets his own rebound, and I think he'll be called for the foul.
I think they're going to call Ty Yoder.
Yoder gets the foul.
I think Ty was over the back.
Ross Girard back into the game for the Vikings. Adam Maston, the sophomore. Those coaches' kids usually know how to shoot free throws.
Yes, they do. Now, Chris Shepard didn't get a chance to shoot any tonight, but I suspect he probably hit a few too.
Maston with 2 free throws, a 20-point lead for the Sprague Olympians. Mountain picks up the foul.
He's up to 4, but at this stage, I don't think it's going to affect the game.
Martin Reed at the line for the Vikings. The Sprague fans are cheering again.
Doug's back in the game.
Doug Clough comes in. We'll have to ask Steve Maston what the cheering is all about. Fillmore with the rebound on the miss. Maston traveled. Well, they're going to call a foul. Well, they do call traveling.
Yeah, they do. I don't think Coach Maston was happy with player Maston on that play.
That's kind of tough when your dad's the coach.
Yes.
Could be a long ride home.
Well, they're kind of winding some time off the clock, or I think so. Coach Maston wanted to, and Adam kind of forced that one to the hoop. Speaking of forcing it to the hoop.
Jeremy Stevenson with a strong drive. He was fouled. He'll go to the line for 2.
Fouls on Adam Maston, his first person.
Jeremy looking for his first points tonight.
Still looking.
Still looking.
Jump ball is the call.
The arrow belongs to the Vikings.
North Salem will get another chance. Back in the ball game for Sprague, number 21, Josh Kuhnfield. Gerard misses the shot. The Vikings come up with a basketball, but unable to score. Maston brings the ball up court. Maston off the mark. Rebounded by Stevenson. Ball tipped away by Fillmore. Once again, the Vikings trying to get it inside, but the passing is just not going to get the job done.
No, not that way.
Foul on the Olympians, number 23.
Fillmore.
Fillmore.
It's 4, but again, at this stage, I don't think it's going to make that much difference.
At the line is Ross Gerard. Coming into the ball game for the Vikings is Scott Howe.
His first appearance tonight.
Scott Howe reports in for the Vikings.
Nice sound effects by the D Street Band on every made free throw for the Vikings. Gerard with 2 free throws. The Vikings with only 34 points. 3 minutes to go in our ball game.
A reminder that tonight's game is being videotaped by the Capital Community Television Channel 25. It will be shown on Saturday at 4 p.m., Sunday at 8 p.m., and Monday at 4 p.m.
Sprague's going to take a little more time off. You know, a big win for Sprague tonight, John. with 5 teams playing for that 4 playoff spots, injuries have been a big factor. Gar and McShane. Now Sprague's going through their injuries with Lysinger being out, and so far they've continued to win.
Right at the rim was Maston, couldn't get it, gets his own rebound and scores. Adam Maston with the left hand. Rebound by Kuhnfield.
Chance to take the lead to 21.
Nice play by Doug Clough. And a nice play on the other end by the Vikings. Stevenson, I think, with the basket.
Stevenson it was.
And the pass was from Martin Reed. A timeout with 1 minute 24 seconds to go. Our score, Sprague 55, North Salem 36. And the Sprague Olympians coach Steve Maston is going to clear his bench. Gives the crowd an opportunity to applaud the Olympian starters and give some of those younger players an opportunity to play in a varsity ball game.
Well, John, you know that's important. We continue to talk about that. You know, you've got these boys that practice all week long, and sooner or later you want to give them an opportunity to see a little bit of playing time for all that effort they give to you all season long.
There really is quite a difference between the junior varsity and varsity level. So it is always good when you can get those younger players in. The North Salem Vikings have decided this year to go with the younger players. They've struggled as a result, but they have to hope that next year will be better.
Yeah. Well, of course, last year, remember, they went the opposite way. They had kept all the seniors up at the varsity and wound up at the bottom of the league with that approach, too. Good rotation by Sprague.
Almost a steal. The ball's on the floor. Let's see who the foul goes against.
I believe it's against Seetoff. Nope, it's the other way. Seetoff will shoot.
Shane Grove called for the foul. Scott Howell gets the first free throw. Get his name in the scorebook.
Yes, he's got it. Lane violation.
Lane violation goes against Sprague, so Scott Howell will get one more opportunity. Rebound and the putback by Jeremy Stevenson.
Jeremy's played fairly strong the short time he's been in there, John.
Sprague unable to convert. Martin Reed with the three-pointer came in the basket, out and back in. Pass is too strong. Scott Howell comes up with it. He's fouled.
Martin's still another one of those freshmen here at North Salem.
Joe Milton charged with the foul. You have to hope for the Vikings' sake that this experience is going to pay off in the future.
Well, interestingly enough, their freshman team, even without these 4 kids on the varsity, have only lost 2 games so far this season. So it looks like a good, strong freshman class.
Scott Howell with another free throw. 1 for 2. Ball tipped away, but it belongs to Sprague. 15 seconds to go. The Sprague Olympians with a 12-point lead will come out of the North Salem gym with a victory tonight, able to keep pace at the top of the Valley League.
They'll move to 9-3.
These teams play 18 league games, so we're past the halfway mark, and every game is crucial. The basket for number 22, Tony Vanderkoppel. Back the other way. The Sprague Olympians, I think, was number 12.
Number 12.
Aaron Thompson with a basket. And our final score, the Sprague Olympians 57, the North Salem Vikings 45. The Sprague Olympians staying right in the thick of that Valley League playoff race. Stay with us. The CCTV postgame report is coming up next. Partial funding for tonight's program is provided by Izzy's Pizza in Kaiser. Izzy's is pizza and a whole lot more. By G.I. Joe's. G.I. Joe's, the sports and auto store with 2 convenient locations in Salem. Seize the weekend at G.I. Joe's. And by Chemeketa Community College. Chemeketa offers a first-class education close to home. For any career goal, get your start at Chemeketa. I'm with B.R. Cook of the Sprague Olympians. B.R., congratulations on tonight's ball game. Big ball game offensively for you tonight. Were you looking to shoot tonight?
No, our offense isn't where we create our own shots. It's just kind of we go till we get the open shot and we take advantage of the shots that they give us.
You guys lost the services of Matt Leisinger with an injury. You really seemed to step it up. A lot of guys came forward to carry that load.
That's what we got to do. Our team is not just led by one guy. Each game, a new guy steps up, takes the job. Just steps up each game. It's a different guy. So it's great the way our team is able to do that, pick up the slack while he's gone.
You really played some tough defense tonight and took advantage of lots of North Salem mistakes.
Yeah, we knew we were going to have to be tough on the post because they had big post, and our perimeter guys did a real great job of getting out of the passing lanes, putting a lot of pressure on them, which caused a lot of turnovers, which made it easier on us post playing defense on the big guys. So,
you guys had a tough loss to McNary. This was an important ball game to win tonight.
Yeah, it was a close loss. We just figured that we lost that game, so we got to work harder, do what we got to do to whatever we got to do to win. So we worked harder this week in practice, had some good practices, and came out ready to go this game.
All right, congratulations. Best of luck the rest of the way.
Thank you very much.
Let's bring in Adam Maston. Adam, this was an important ball game for you guys tonight. You're right in the thick of that race. Everybody a little maybe surprised about Sprague this year?
I'm not sure, but Matt Leisinger was the only returning player this year, but we had some real talent on the JV, so.
Well, you guys really played well tonight. You put all kinds of pressure on North Salem, and they didn't handle it very well.
Yeah, we had to come fired out after that loss against McNary. We knew we had to win this game in order to stay in the playoffs, and North's a really good team.
B.R. Cook has really stepped up his game since the injury to Leisinger.
He has. B.R.'s a really good player. Leisinger is leading scorer. We needed some points off the bench, and B.R. came in. He's doing a good job.
All right, well, best of luck the rest of the way.
Thank you.
Let's bring in Coach Steve Maston. Coach, congratulations on tonight's ball game. You guys had a tough loss against McNary, but you came out and really took it to North Salem tonight.
The kids were challenged after the McNary loss, and I think we were floundering a little bit, trying to find our way without Matt Leisinger in there. We didn't play that poorly after the first quarter against McNary. We played very hard and had chances to win it. It just didn't go our way. And I was really proud of the way the kids performed tonight. We had a couple practices and had a chance to prepare for North, and the kids followed the game plan perfectly. B.R.
Cook, big ball game tonight, taking the ball strong to the basket.
Well, we wanted to isolate with BR and North's big guys because we felt like even though BR was shorter, that he's quicker and could get to the basket. And we were able to do that tonight. And he's just, BR's just come on tremendously since Matt went down. He had 29 points and 8 rebounds and 4 blocks and 4 steals and against West Albany last weekend. And he's just playing that way now that he's in there all the time.
You were able to use a lot of players tonight, and everybody really seemed to perform quite well.
Well, I think, and we preach this over at Sprague, if you work really hard on defense, good things are going to happen for you. And I think we had, if my stats are right, about 15 steals tonight, just steals. And a lot of those ended up in some fairly easy baskets, or at least opportunities for us. So the guys who were getting out there, Aaron Bliss and Jimmy Mountain and Jake Garlock, getting out in the passing lanes and tipping the ball away and getting the ball, and led to some easy scores for us.
Big struggle at the top of the Valley League with you and several other teams. Where do you go from here?
Well, we play Lebanon next Tuesday. That's where we go. And then we have Crescent Valley. And I think if you read the Statesman Journal this morning, I think it's pretty accurate. They were quoting Barry Adams and Larry Garr. And they're saying that it's probably going to come down to the last game of the season for all the top 5 Valley League teams right now. And I don't know. It's a great race this year. The league is very strong. It's a senior-dominated league this year. Last year was pretty much a junior-dominated league. And I wouldn't be surprised to see maybe 3 teams out of the league actually get to state, possibly even 4. I think the league is that strong this year. And I know the coaches have been talking, the ones that are in the top 5. It's going to be a little sad for the team that ends up number 5, because there will not be much difference between that team and the rest.
All right, well, hopefully Sprague Olympians will be right in there. Best of luck the rest of the way.
Thank you, John.
That's Steve Maston, the coach at Sprague High School, and the Sprague Olympians coming out on top over North Salem. Harv, let's take a quick look at our scoring leaders for tonight.
Okay, John, real quickly, for North Salem, Ross Gerard, as you might expect, was their leading scorer with 12 points. Brett Everett came off the bench and contributed 7. The bad news, Jason Humbert only 5, BJ Lewis 4, and they've been depending an awful lot on those 2 boys all season. For Sprague, 10 boys got into the scoring column tonight. The leading scorer was B.R. Cook, who you talked to. B.R. had 18. Adam Maston had only 1 point in the first half, but a real strong second half, wound up with 9. Flip side of the coin, Brad Fillmore, a real strong first half with 10 points and didn't contribute scoring-wise in the second. But those 3 boys, Cook, Maston, and Fillmore, 18, 9, and 10.
Final comments on tonight's game.
Well, a big win for Sprague. They're playing through some injuries, and it looks like this Valley League race is going to come down to that. We've had a situation where South Salem, of course, lost key players through injury. They played through that. We had McNary doing the same thing with Sean Garr. Now Sprague's having to do that, and so far so good. So from Sprague's standpoint, what they wanted to accomplish tonight was a win. They did it in convincing style, and once again the opponent was held under 50.
All right, a big win tonight for the Sprague Olympians, defeating the North Salem Vikings on North Salem's home court. Before we close, we'd like to thank a few people. First of all, our sponsors once again. Also, thanks to the athletic director at North Salem High School, Mr. Lynn Freshour. Thanks to our CCTV volunteer crew for all of their great work tonight. And thank you for watching Capital Community Television's Game of the Week. I'm John Piper on behalf of Harv Shibothi and the rest of our CCTV crew, saying goodnight from North Salem High School.